Hello everybody, thank you for coming and hanging out. My name is Lizzie for those of you who don't know, and today I'm going to be doing the beginning of the year book tag. Larry Reads is the person who created this tag, so all credit goes to her for all of the questions and inspiration. I really love tag videos and I really love filming them, so I hope you guys enjoy. Let's just jump straight into it. Grab a drink, because I'm gonna be yapping. Our first question is, how many books are you planning on reading in 2025? Okay, so in 2024, my reading goal was 100 books, and I exceeded that. I actually read 130 books, but I do feel like 100 is my comfort amount. So for 2025, I'm also going to do 100 books just because I really don't want to force myself to meet a goal that I know I'm not going to make, because the type of person I am is I will genuinely read 150 books if my reading goal is, just for the sake of meeting my reading goal. For some reason, my brain won't let me do things that aren't a part of like a predetermined thing, if that makes sense. So I feel like 100 books, I definitely could meet it, but I'm not gonna force myself to read any more, or it's like my comfort amount, I think. And when I was telling just my family or whatever that I read 130 books, people thought I was crazy. And I was like, you guys don't get it. There are people on this platform who have read over 200, 300 books, and I think that's literally amazing. But basically I was like, the amount of time that you sit on your phone, or the amount of time that you do your hobbies, my hobby is reading. If you really think about it, that's where I'm devoting my time while you devote your time to other things, if that makes sense. But I just think reading is so divisive to some people, so it could be a little bit of a jump scare. But yeah. Our second question is a book you're likely to reread this year. I'm just gonna say anything by Emily Henry I'm going to read. I am definitely going to reread. And I also want to reread Beach Read by Emily Henry as well, because that was the first book I read by her, and I read that 3 years ago. And I just feel like if I read it now, I would feel way different about it. I liked it, but it wasn't groundbreaking to me then. I also want to reread People We Meet on Vacation, because it's becoming adapted into a movie, and I just want to refresh my brain. Here's the thing is, I am actually not the biggest fan of rereading, just because I understand the point of it, but then I'm I could be reading a book that I've never read and a book that I am gonna love so much. It feels like I'm wasting my time when I know that's not the point, because I know that I enjoy the book I'm reading. It just, I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, the third question is a priority read on your 2025 TBR. Okay, so I have The Whole Mortal Instruments, Infernal Devices, Dark Artifices, Last Hours, all of those by Cassandra Clare. Those are my priorities this year. I am prioritizing myself to finish that series because I just started it in December, and January right now I am continuing. Instead of starting out a new series or just whatever, I'm gonna prioritize that series before I do anything, because honestly I am in the middle of City of Glass, and I am not gonna share my thoughts, but I am enjoying the world, and I do think it has a lot of potential, so yeah. My fourth question is an author you won't be reading more of this year. I would say Holly Black is one. I really didn't love The Cruel Prince, and I really didn't love the Stolen Heir duology by her. I just don't really love the world. For some reason, I'm so disconnected from the worlds being so fairy tale-esque, but then also having smartphones and reality TV. I understand that there's a mortal world, but I just get so disconnected. I want all or nothing. If you describe it as an urban fantasy, that's different, but this is fantasy. So for some reason, I just don't love her worlds. I love, obviously, Jude and Carden, obviously. They were the only redeeming thing in the Cruel Prince trilogy, but I just don't really enjoy her books, I'm gonna be honest. Another one here is Lucy Score. I just don't think I'm gonna pick up any new series from her. I've read some of her old stuff, and I really feel like I just force myself to read those books because I really liked the covers or because everyone else was reading them. And I just don't think I'm gonna pick up any of her new books. Question number 5, something new you want to read this year, like a new genre or stuff like that. I would say the latter half of 2024, I really started to read more literary fiction, magical realism, and like historical fiction. I really started to add those into my mix of books, and I really enjoy those genres, and I do want to carry those on to 2025. I have so many books that I'm excited to read. I feel like in the past I haven't really enjoyed those kind of genres, but I don't know, now that I'm growing as a reader, I do. So next question is a popular book that you want to read. Normal People by Sally Rooney is probably top of my list. Obviously that book is insane, famous, everyone's read it. It's kind of an older book and I have yet to read it. So yeah, I'm making it a thing that I'm reading Normal People this year. I know that sounds like a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's just like a very famous book that I feel like a lot of people have read and I haven't. So that is one that I'm definitely reading. Most anticipated book release of 2025. I literally have like over 20 most anticipated releases. I'll say like a few. Obviously we have Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry coming out April 22nd. That book is just gonna hit and I already know it. Like the premise sounds so up my alley. I am so excited for it. We also have Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber. She just posted about this book literally yesterday, and to be honest with you, I read the premise and I'm not a huge dark academia-ish fan, but I trust Stephanie Garber's writing and I trust her romance so much that I'm obviously reading it. So I'm so excited for that one. And then I also have Watch Me by Tahira Mafi. Shatter Me is, sorry, I love it. I'm sorry, I really love Shatter Me. When I read it, the romance hit, it was so good. And this one, I think it's gonna hit. I just have such a good feeling. I'm just gonna like name off like a few very quickly. Yeah, so like we obviously have Onyx Storm coming. January 21st, we have Wild Side by Elsie Silver, we have Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez, Fearless by Roland Roberts. Like we have so many good ones coming. Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, like you're freaking kidding me. Like I'm so excited. A bookish goal for 2025. I'm gonna say DNF more. I have a really hard time DNFing. I also have a really hard time not feeling pressure to finish a series just for the sake of having it on my shelf. I feel like there's so many series, and for some reason I just feel so much pressure that if I pick up a first book in the series, I have to finish the series just to have it on my shelf or say that I finished the series. And I really just want to leave that back in 2024 because that's not good for my wallet, that's not good for my brain, that's not good for reading slumps. Like it's just really not a good idea to do. I'm definitely gonna prioritize books that I know I'm gonna enjoy versus like just reading for the sake of reading for having it on my shelf, if that makes sense. A book that's been on your TBR that you probably won't ever read. This one is easy, and that's The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I'm done talking about this book. I talk about this book like in every single video. But yeah, I just don't think I'll read that book. Probably in like the next 30 years I'll pick it up, but not anytime soon. I'm just gonna be so honest. Number 10, a series you want to read this year. I have two, and that is Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Harry Potter I have yet to read because I was not a huge reader growing up, so I kind of missed that time of like all of these young people reading Harry Potter, and obviously it's Harry Potter, like there's not really anything like Harry Potter, so I have to read it, like, you know. And then I have Lord of Rings, which is also on the same vein as that, as like it is just an iconic series. Love the movies, love everything about it, love the lore. I have to read it, so yeah. My next question is auto buy authors going into 2025. I'm gonna just shoot my obvious answers. That's Emily Henry, Abby Jimenez, Stephanie Garber. Those are like top 3 authors for me. I love their books so much. Some new ones I'm adding is Kristen Hanna. Every single book I've read by Kristen Hanna has made me sob uncontrollably. I also have Adrienne Young, who is the author of The Unmaking of June Farrow. Super excited to get into A Sea of Unspoken Things. And I also have Ariel Lawhon, which is the author of The Frozen River, which is a historical fiction. That book destroyed me. It is so good. And I'm telling you right now, if you are a woman and you are watching this video, pick up The Frozen River. You will not regret it. Even if you are not the biggest fan of historical fiction, this book was so powerful. I need you to read it right now. We have a book to show adaptation that you're excited about. I'm gonna say Summer I Turned Pretty season 3 immediately, because if you've read the 3rd book, then you know what I'm saying. That season is gonna be so messy and I'm so excited. I also have People Meet on Vacation, which I have already mentioned. Super excited for that one. And also The Housemaid, which The Housemaid is one of my favorite mystery thrillers. I ate that book up so fast and I'm really excited to see it be adapted. I just think it has a lot of potential. Next question is a sequel that you're anticipating. Fearless by Lauren Roberts. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I ate up Powerless and I'm so excited for Fearless. I heard it has more stakes. I heard it's longer. I have just heard that it's gonna hit and it's over like 600 pages and I am going to binge that book. I'm so excited. Next one I have is Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. It's coming out like March 18th, I think. This is Hamish's book. This is Hamish's Games. I am gonna eat it up. I'm so excited. I think it's gonna be really emotional and I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited nonetheless. Okay, my next question is bookish things that you are leaving in 2024. I'm gonna say definitely annotating books. To be honest with you, I used to annotate my books all of the time, purely for the sake of aesthetics. Like, I honestly had to manually tell myself to pick up the pen and underline and highlight and write little doodles, and it just like, it was not natural for me. It felt like I was searching in the book for things to annotate rather reading the book, if that makes sense. Like, it just felt forced, and just to have the tabs, like, it just was not worth it. And I love people who annotate their books and make them look beautiful. Like, don't get me wrong, I think it looks stunning, but I just don't think it's like gonna be something that I myself is going to do. I also have buying special editions that are very lackluster, and I feel like this also is just an opinion I have right now about special editions. It feels like there's so many books coming out with just lame sprayed edges, or just like for the sake of having 50 different special editions for people to just make more unnecessary money. Like, why are we? I just don't get it. I honestly don't even like the way they look. I don't like sprayed edges unless they're like have a really cool design and it's very exclusive. It just feels like special editions aren't special anymore. It just feels like every other book is just going to be a sprayed edge, or every other book is going to like be exclusive, but it's really not going to be exclusive. So if you work in publishing, why are we doing that? What to expect from this account? Honestly, just like more content, more consistent content as well. I love TikTok. I love making TikToks, so unfortunately that might not be an outlet anymore, but if it still is when you're watching this, then you could find me on TikTok. I love making silly book videos, and I really want to make a bookstagram and prioritize that. I have a bookstagram, but I just don't post on it, and I haven't posted on it for probably like over a year now. Just like more videos, more content. I would love to do that, and if you guys have any specific videos or ideas that I could do, like, I will definitely do that. Next one is, how has your reading taste evolved from last year? Last year I read a lot of mystery, a lot of romance, and I would say last year's like new genre was fantasy. So I got into a lot of fantasy last year. I still love fantasy, but like I was talking about earlier, I'm getting into way more literary books, way more literary fiction, magical realism, historical fiction, books that have like a lot of depth. And I'm not saying you can't find that in romance or fantasy books. I honestly haven't picked up a mystery book in a long time. I don't find myself gravitating towards those a lot. So yeah. Next one is bookish creators who inspire you. Like, I have so many. Like, we have obviously Destiny Sibyl and Sarah Caroli. Like, they are everything to me. I love their books so much. I love their book taste. I love their Obviously, I love their podcast. Like, I am actually a Feral fan. I'm obsessed with them. And then we also have Rachel Catherine, Haley Pham. Like, I am just obsessed with them. Like, Rachel Catherine is so cute and I love her aesthetic. Haley Pham's editing just is like top tier. Every time Haley Pham comes out with a video, I have to savor it. Like, I am savoring that video because I know as soon as I finish it, I'm like, when is she coming out with a new video? Like, I am obsessed with her videos. We also have, I think her name's Emmy Reeds. I have been eating her videos up, and I'm telling you, rewatching and just watching old videos, like every single video of hers I have read, I am obsessed with her, as well as obviously Larry. Love her videos. I just think she's so funny and I always laugh in her videos. I love her. And then also Katie Whitrock. I have been loving her videos as well. I just think we share the same taste in a lot of books, and I really, really enjoy her reading vlogs and just like her personality in general. Like, I just love her so much. Our last question is something you want to say to someone wanting to start a bookish account. I realize I am still very new to this, but what I did was I couldn't be scared. I had to just do it. It is so scary to film videos and upload them because your family might see it or your friends might see it and it might be embarrassing. There is no reason to be embarrassed. You have to embrace it. You have to enjoy it. When you find yourself enjoying making videos and making content, you will not be embarrassed. You will not care. Like, honestly, I probably have family members watching this right now and they know that I enjoy reading books. They know that I have a YouTube, and I just have to embrace it. Like, I honestly think it's fun and I don't really care. I can't care anymore. One thing that I have a problem with, that I can't film in front of my husband yet. That is gonna take some getting used to. Like, I genuinely cannot. I have tried. I can't do it. So that is like one thing that I really need to work on. But other than that, like, just start it. Just do it. Everyone grows in different paces, and that's okay. I just have to remember that I am enjoying myself, which I am, even though I may not be getting thousands and thousands of views. All I know is I'm having fun, and I hope you guys are too, listening to me yap about so many things. So yeah. Okay guys, so that was the beginning of the year book tag. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching and for listening to me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, all those things that you guys know how to do, and I will hopefully see you in my next YouTube video. Bye guys.